Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make this beautiful graduation card. And we're going to make this gorgeous grape version, but I also made the brand new Misty Moonlight version. Isn't that beautiful? So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's start with the measurements. The Whisper White is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then the Gorgeous Grape is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then a strip to stamp the 2020. This is a 1/2 inch by approximately 3.5. And another great thing with this graduation card is you can change this color to any school color that you might need. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and show you the stamp sets we're using today. Okay, so one of the stamp sets we're using is Make a Difference, and it's got the numbers right here, but it also has a couple sets of the alphabet. So you have like the capitals and the lowercase, and then of course the numbers, and then also some little hand stamped by. It's really a nice stamp set. And then this one is the Broadway Birthday, which we're using the Hooray, and then also You Deserve It, and then Let's Celebrate You. This stamp set is on the retirement list and it will be no longer available after June 2nd. Then we're also using the Flourishing Phrases. This stamp set is one of my favorites, and it's also carrying over to the new catalog, but we're using this word here, the Congratulations. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some stamping. We're going to grab our Stamparatus. Okay, so the Stamparatus comes with your 2 doors and your 2 magnets. I'm only using one of the magnets, and the other one is on the back side right here. So I'm just using the one. And then also there's a mat that's available that's extra, and it raises it for your photopolymer stamp set. So since we're using one of the photopolymer stamp sets, which is the Broadway Birthday, and then also the Flourishing Phrases stamp set, this is the cling mount, but it's also red rubber. So it's going to use just the regular Stamparatus. Okay, so the first greeting we're going to use is the Let's Celebrate You. Let me show you this here on the door. So I have that already positioned the way it's going to look on my card. And we're going to take the extra mat, and I'll post the number down below in case you need that mat. And then my magnet. And then we're going to take our Gorgeous Grape. But first I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing buddy. I want to put that onto my cardstock to prevent any static. And this embossing buddy is retiring this year. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have my Stamparatus set up to stamp with my cardstock lined up on this first solid line. So that would be like your 1 inch line on your mat. I'm going to put my magnet down, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my Versamark ink pad, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Let's Celebrate You. And what's nice is that we're going to do some hinge stamping, which means we're going to take out this door. So there's the Let's Celebrate. And my greeting on my card here, let me show you. So the Hooray, You Deserve It is taking up about 2 spaces on my hinge stamping. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our door, and then we're going to count down 2, and then the third one we're going to put into the hinge, and then re-stamp that Let's Celebrate You. Take that one out and go down again. This will be the last time for that. What's nice with this stamp positioner is that you're going to stamp perfectly every time. Okay, so there's the Let's Celebrate You. Now we're going to remove this mat. And I'm just going to put this grape cardstock, and we're going to bring in our second door here. Remove our first door. I'm going to bring in our Congratulations. Put that in our hinge. Once again, we're going to line this up on that 1 inch line. Put my magnet down. Versamark. And then this one's going to be stamped right above that. Let's Celebrate You. Just like that. Now this one we're going to also skip down 2 spaces. So we're going to go ahead and move it down 2, 1, 2, and then the third one we're going to go ahead and put that in and stamp. Then we're going to move it down one more time here and stamp that again. Isn't that awesome? So it's perfectly aligned every single time, as long as your stamps don't get moved. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and remove that, and we're going to put some embossing powder on that. Okay, so I have some computer paper. I'm just going to take my Whisper White embossing powder. I'm going to sprinkle this onto the Congrats, Let's Celebrate You. And then we're going to do the other two down here. Okay, so I have my embossing powder out. I'm going to go ahead and stamp again. So we're going to stamp the Hooray, You Deserve It. Get my embossing buddy. This is also Gorgeous Grape. And here's my two stamps. I put them together so it says Hooray and then You Deserve It. So we're going to go ahead and stamp that together at one time. Okay, then we're going to grab our embossing powder. Okay, all right, now let's go ahead and grab our heat tool. We'll heat set both of our pieces. Let me grab that. So this is our heat tool. This gets really, really hot, so you want to be careful when you're heat embossing. So I'm just going to hold the heat gun over top of the powder, and it's going to change to a liquid form. It's going to make it nice and shiny. That white on that Gorgeous Grape just really pops. Don't you think so? So I went ahead and pre-cut out one that's with the Big Shot with the stitched rectangle dies. And I cut out the Hooray, You Deserve It. And let me show you those pieces here. So these are the two dies that I used to cut out the Gorgeous Grape one right here. And this size is approximately 1 1/4 by 3 1/4 in your rectangle. And then this one is approximately 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 in the Whisper White. Okay. Okay, so I have my strip of Whisper White. This is what we're going to stamp the 2020 on. So we're going to grab our Gorgeous Grape Classic ink. And I have the stamp with the 2 and the 0 already on that. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that twice on this little banner here. 2020. Just like that. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put these pieces together. Okay, then we're going to pin at the end on this one here. Let me grab my scissors because I want to grab my paper snips. Just going to flag the end below the date here. So it hangs down. Then we're going to put some adhesive on the opposite end. Then this is going to get tucked up behind that greeting there. Hooray, you deserve it. Then we're going to flip this over. We're going to put dimensionals on that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put this on the front of our card. So now you can see where this took up 2 of the spaces for our hinge stamping. Just going to put that right on the front. Isn't that pretty? So we're going to flip this over, put more dimensionals, just 1 in each corner and then 1 in the center. So we're going to grab our base. This is going to go right onto the Whisper White. So you could, of course, put money in there, a gift card, anything, a little message to your graduate. I love this card. It's so festive and bright and cheerful. And really, the class of 2020 really has a bad rap this year for their graduating class, not being able to walk across the stage. But we went to my cousin's graduation party, and it was a drive-by. So we did that this last weekend, so it was a lot of fun. So here are 2 more. And again, this is using the Misty Moonlight, and then this one's with the Gorgeous Grape. My school colors were red and white, so I would have done one in red. But really, it's any choice of color that you would like for your graduate or their school color. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll have all the items listed down below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye!